Boys, it's day 21 of making our own TD game, and today we're going to go ahead and work on game lobby elevators, which actually teleports you from the lobby to the game. So, if you guys missed yesterday's video, let me catch you up here. We set up map voting. It works completely fine, and this is a good system for us to have because in the future we might develop this in, transform it more into a difficulty voting system. So, easy, medium, hard, nightmare, insane, whatever we end up with the modes, that will probably be something later for us in the future. But other than that, it's all working and we continue as normal. The game is still functioning. Well, we actually fixed the issue of like the tank just driving off the track if it was too slow, so we fixed that and everything else is working fine. But today let's focus up and get those game lobby elevators done so that way you could go from the lobby to the place such as this. Now, and like I said, in the future, right now this is like one place, right? But we might do it a different way in the future where it's a teleportation pad. You step on it and that specific pad will have UI above it telling you like, hey, you're going to Arden's Forest or you're going to North Africa, and then that just teleports you to that place. But right now this is just one whole place and it clones the map into the workplace. So a little bit of a different system we might have in the future, but for right now we're gonna keep following along with gnome code so that way we don't get lost. We just want to complete the game and then we could actually have like a beta done. So let's get to it. All right, guys, quick little update on the elevators. So we have set up something that is called, if we go into our model and then go into create here, we set this prismatic constraint up between where the elevator like pole is going to be and then the actual like platform itself. And then basically what this does is you guys can see this blue line here kind of goes down if you're like selecting this like the lower limit. It's gonna go down 18 studs. So if we go ahead and like also it's actually connected like right here, so from like this edge to like the edge exactly on the platform right there. So now if we click play, the little platform is gonna go down like a little elevator, so it's pretty neat. Could also go up if you wanted to go that way, but obviously in this case we're gonna go down with it. And remember guys, this is just for testing and just kind of finishing the game. My system at the end of the day is probably at first for like the beta gonna be like this, but eventually it's gonna be something totally different. So we're just gonna keep going ahead with this, get it done, and I'm gonna learn some new stuff. So let's do it. All right, guys, so a little update on where we are right now. We are working on getting the camera set up so when you're actually in the box, it's kind of like floating above the screen. So if I click play right now, you're gonna see if I run into the little green screen right there, it's gonna go ahead and teleport us right on in to the box. So there's no escaping this right now. Obviously, I got the exit button set up too. It doesn't work yet, but we're going to script that next. So that way we can just go out to the teleport out area, which is that little blue zone right there. Obviously, that will be invisible once the time is ready. And so will this green wall right here. This green wall is what basically like when you hit that, that's what auto teleports you in. And then, like I said, once you're actually in the box, there's no way out right now unless you click this exit button. But like I said, it doesn't work yet. So we're going to get that to work right now. All right, guys, quick update here. We should have it all working now. I also made everything transparent completely. So that way when you walk up to it, it actually looks like you get onto the platform. Now, obviously, this isn't perfect. This is just a complete like test area, which is the main thing is that we got the scripts working. But now that we're in here, once again, there are walls. So we technically can't get out. That's kind of weird that that happened. But I don't know why that's like that. Can't do it on this side, so maybe I just have to bring that wall in a little bit closer, I guess. I'm just going to try that on all sides, but once again, those are things that are going to have to be changed anyways when we actually add it to a real lobby, so which we don't even have made yet. But anyways, now that we're in here, click exit, and it teleports you right on out. So yeah, that's all working. And now we could go ahead and maybe start adding like a countdown, stuff like that. We'll just, we're like halfway through Gnome Code's video, so let's continue that and finish it up. Alrighty guys, quick little update here. Check this out. If we run the game now, you're gonna see that the elevator is pretty much done. Now this right here, like I said, I don't even know if we're gonna be using this in the future, but for right now, if it's what Gnome Code says to do, we're gonna follow along because he hasn't failed us so far. So let's hop into the elevator and you guys will see the countdown's gonna start. It says 1 out of 2 players up here. Max is obviously 2. We could set that to whatever the heck we want. That's just a little folder. It's like in our config folder in the elevator right here. So we just have that and then an int value, just max is 2. So it kind of reads that. But we go down, teleporting players. Now, technically, we would be in the actual match. We're going to pop back up because the elevator is going to come up for new players. But in theory, we are gone, and then it resets, and then new people could hop in and get into the next game. Now, like I just said, though, seriously, we're probably not going to be doing that in the future because I just want to have a bunch of teleportation pads a lot easier. Step on it, and then it teleports you like right away instead of this elevator thing. And the elevator thing is cool, I have actually some ideas for it, but it's gonna be what we do for right now, just because why not, right? But with this being done and taken care of, we can now pretty much copy this into a lobby, or just kind of make this a lobby, and we're gonna be chilling. Actually, well, we can't make this a lobby because we have to. This is a whole entirely new, technically a whole new game. So I gotta set up a new place inside of the actual tower defense game, and then build up a little lobby, just a little makeshift lobby for right now, and then we will go ahead and set this up. So I mean, yeah, guys, looking good, looking great. We just got to set up the teleportation service, and then this episode, what, day 21, I guess, will be over. So we'll only have 2 episodes left of Gnome Code, which is kind of crazy to think, and then we're on our own. So it's gonna get interesting here real soon, guys. It surely is. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with what we got so far, no doubt about that. Alrighty, boys, so we have set up a second place, which is going to be the lobby, and right now, this is what our boy Jeff made us. I'm not sure if KK or Chicken helped at all, but I will tell you guys, I will surely need their help with this project, because my boy Jeff, shout out to Jeff, first of all, he made an absolutely, like, stunning for, like, a starter type lobby, just kind of handmade without, like, Blender and stuff. I mean, this is kind of like the D-Day landing area. It's going to be a good little starting lobby for now. It's way better than I can make, I'll tell you that for sure. But it's got some major problems, guys, because look at this. I have been in here for like an hour already trying to name everything, because literally not one thing made in this world, because it was all handcrafted, is not named. Everything is just named part. So this is a absolute true disaster here, outside of the ships, because those are from the toolbox, but everything else was handmade. Probably the barbed wire is not either, but everything besides that was handmade by Jeff, and he forgot to name it. I am struggling, boys. Like, these things are sick. Like, look at this Jeep. That Jeep is completely handcrafted. It's based off, the actual, obviously the Jeep, but he handcrafted it with everything from Roblox Studio to actually, and then also this one is kind of like a destroyed one, so we get some like cool, like, smoke particle effects coming out of it too. Maybe a little fire. That looks sick, which we are gonna definitely use some of these things. But guys, I am trying my best right now to not crash out naming all these, but I gotta be grateful because my boy cooked us up an awesome little starting lobby here. I'm trying. Look, this is what I gotta do right now. I could have been in here naming all these things, but literally I'm just trying to delete these Jeeps because for some reason he added these completely ungrouped. I'm so confused on why he did this, but I'm not gonna question the master here. He made himself, like I said, an absolutely crazy lobby. But like, I'm sure you guys could see the little bit of frustration here. There's no way your boy is going to be able to sit here for 3 hours and just do this all at once. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying my best right now to go through like all these different things. But my God, this is going to take me probably all night. Like, I can't believe, like, literally, look at this. None of these things. How are none of these things grouped? Not one. Oh my God. Boys, somebody help me. I wish I could just, like, drag it like over to the cross. Maybe I could just do this. Hold on a second here. Let me just see if I grab the ground. So this is just like straight up, like, look at this part here is not even named. Like, this is just a dirt ground, right? So let's just take that really quickly and look at all this stuff. Look at this all. I'm gonna be scrolling for an hour, so this is why we got to go through this and straight up delete like everything, guys. And I don't want to do this, but it's at least a decent starting lobby. However, I don't even know how I'm going to implement this yet because, like, it just doesn't have the room that a normal lobby is even going to need. So that's why I'm in such a... That's why, like, last video we were talking about this and why I was going to be so conflicted on actually even using this. But I'm trying my best out here, boys. I'm trying my best. We're going to see what we could do. So we got the dirt. It's up in the air. See that? I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. I legit don't even know. Maybe if I lock it, then I don't think I could edit it. So maybe that's a good strat here. And then if I just copy and paste, or not copy and paste, but go like that. Yes. Okay. Hold on. We might have a little bit of an easier method here now, boys. Yep. There we go. Now we're clearing it out. Now your boy might be onto something here. A little bit of an easier way. Once again, guys, I'm a noob, so maybe this isn't even a big deal. Maybe this is honestly something simple that could have been fixed in about 2 seconds. But I am, of course, finding it the hardest ways to fix it all. All right, anyways, though, let's move this on over there somewhere. Oh, all these what are these called? The pivot positions or whatever. They're all off as well, which makes it even more of a disaster. Like the edit, let's see here. I don't even know how to do it. Model. I think it's got to go into, let's see, edit pivot, then reset. There you go. Got to go reset. I don't know why that would even be like that, but it is. Anyways, this Jeep right here, though, low key, though, I'm like keeping this the way it was because I love the Jeep. The Jeep is sick, guys. Check that out. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I personally think that this Jeep is truly, truly, truly beautiful. So luckily we already have that in the broken Jeep. Just drag that all up there. Oh, is it not gonna work? Come on now, go to the broken Jeep, please. Please go to the broken Jeep. Is it not gonna let me? Or do I have to group that all as, oh no, guys. All right, well, it's not a big deal. We'll just go like that again, and then we'll just you know, maybe group as a model. There we go. And then where's that broken, or did that go in here? Okay, yeah, that one in here. Okay, so I can just ungroup this maybe. Ungroup, boom, there we go. All right, now we have the whole model grouped together. Okay, yeah, see, this isn't that hard of a solution here. It's not that big of a deal. For a second, I thought it was going to be a complete disaster. So this one, we'll just call it broken Jeep or something like that, because that's sick that the way that he did that. Like I said, with just a couple like little flames and things like that, that's going to be really, really cool. So we're definitely going to keep that. And then some of these other things like this over here, we're just going to have to just kind of go through this and just one by one just destroy it, because I don't want to get the anti-artillery gun in the way, which that would suck because we're going to definitely be using that probably even for a unit in the game. It could be like, you know, mortars or something like that. But also, I want to have flying units in the game, like airplanes that come after us, and that those could only be targeted by like anti-artillery. It's just going to make the game more strategic, and I think at the end of the day, you know, anything that can make the game more strategic is going to make it more fun for everyone who's playing, right? So we're going to, you know, try to make this as realistic and as fun as possible. And, you know, that's definitely going to be part of it. You know, obviously we're going to have all different sorts of, you know, weird units and stuff like that. But that's stuff I got to do, of course. We got the little bunker here, MG42. That would have been there on D-Day for sure. We got this. See, this Jeep right here, this one was already, like, grouped up. That's why I don't understand why those other ones were added to the game. Maybe it wasn't even Jeff. Maybe some of the other guys who have access to the world added those to the game. But oh my god, I thought we were in big trouble, boys. I thought we were seriously cooked there for a second. But these are looking stunning here. Like, I need more of this. This looks good. Now, I don't know what the heck that is down here. But, I don't know. I might just delete that. Maybe that was like an ammo box or something like that. That's what it kind of looks like to be. But that looks so good. Like, that, seriously, like, we need more, like, areas like that. But the reason that we're going to have guys like this is because this is where you'll access, like, you'll talk to, like, the general. You'll go up to him and be like, hey, I'm ready to prestige because you hit max level or something like that. And then, boom, you prestige. And then you become, like, from, like, a recruit. And then you go up a rank to the next rank, whatever that would be, okay? That's going to be super sick. I can't wait to do that in the game. Obviously, those things are going to come later on. Right now, our main focus is going to be getting this teleportation system set up from the lobby to where we're actually going to be fighting in battles and stuff. So I see this little tunnel right here. I don't know, guys. That doesn't really make sense. I don't know. Like, once again, not entirely my vision here. This was kind of supposed to be based off the Call of Duty HQ headquarters, but once again, you know, this is where we are. I think that it definitely looks pretty good. Is it the best? No. But is it the worst? No. It's somewhere in the mid, and I definitely want to have a very, 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 like, detailed lobby in the future. But like I said, guys, this is better than I could do, and for a starting lobby type thing going on, this is going to be great for us for right now. But, like, definitely we're going to have to make some big changes to this, I think, in the future, no doubt. Because, I mean, hey, look at this, though. When you spawn in, it doesn't look, like, that bad. I think it looks pretty solid. Honestly, I think it looks pretty solid, but I don't know why those ships in the background aren't loading in. They should be. But my graphics might not be all the way up. I don't really know. Graphics quality. Oh, you can't even adjust that right now. Oh, well, not sure. But yeah, I mean, guys, it looks pretty solid. I like it. This would probably be like the main general. He's going to give out like quests and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty cool. These little pads here, I'm not sure what his intentions on, you know, having these like pallets are for yet. I think that might be like where you would start up a match, potentially, kind of like how TTD does it, which I think is pretty cool. I like that idea. They kind of like, this is what we'll do. So instead of having the elevator system that we have right now, right, we'll have pads like this. You'll step on it, and it'll be the same system that we have on the pads like that we just made, where it's like 0 out of 2, you know, whatever. So this one be 0 out of 1, 0 out of 2, 0 out of 3. Then we could have just like 2 of these in the middle, right? And then out of 4. So we have 4 of them in a row. And that would be really cool. That would be super sick. And that'll be how you queue up into the matches. It'll just lock you into that container. And instead of like dropping you down as like a, you know, elevator, we don't need to have that. That's pointless. We'll just have it so it counts down and then to 0 and then boom, teleports. And then, you know, it obviously resets. So that's as simple as I kind of want to take that. And then we don't even need to have the map voting. I could just set it up for the first time, like initially to, you know, use that system that we built with gnome code. But in the future, I think that's an outdated system that, you know, once again, if gnome code were to make his series again, I think he would go a different route with that. But I'm not gnome code, so I don't know. But anyways, over here, this is going to be a little like, you know, target practice area, and I want to eventually have it so you could actually shoot guns here and like maybe earn some XP. Like every day your troop would come over here, shoot some guns, and then that'd be pretty cool. At one point I want to have custom skins in the game, so like every time you hit a new rank, you'll have that like patch on your like little out, like you'll have like a military outfit or something like that. That would be super sick, like an outfit area. You know, stuff like that, guys. I want to do it all, and you know, it's one day at a time. I'm not a coder, you know. I'm trying to. I'm learning. Definitely learn things every single day by doing what I've been doing out here. But you know, it's gonna be a complicated process. But I mean, yeah, guys, this lobby, for you know all the troubles that it took him to make it, it's definitely solid. It's definitely gonna work out, and we're gonna make it work, at least for now. For the foreseeable future, this is where we're gonna start it all out. I promise that I will put this in the game. These are going to be like leaderboard things, but obviously it's not going to look like a big metal chunk of, you know, like a square rectangle there. We'll make that look like a wooden nice like setup type thing going on. But for right now, once again, not going to worry too much about that. This over here, I straight up might just delete it and just have it as more of like the border, because once again, this will be pretty neat if like, you know, maybe if you walked into this, then it took you to like the area where you queue up for matches. That could work. Actually, I don't know, but you know, well, like I said, that's just gonna be more of us figuring things out. That would actually work perfectly, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, guys, we could have it right. So you spawn like right here, right? Maybe you spawn like, you know, I don't know which way you would want to be facing, probably that way or what. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, on the ground, you'll have the little markers telling you to go this way to play your first game, and then like maybe above this, we could just have like a little tag that says to battlefield or something like that, to battles. And then you click this, not click it, but just the same system we just set up. Literally, it's the same system. You could just walk over here, click that, you know, not click it, but hit the wall, the invisible wall that's right here, and then it'll teleport you to a new little area, and boom, you're gonna, you know, transport right to that area, and then it'll you know, that's where you'll kind of set up for the next battle. You know what I'm saying? So that could be pretty neat, honestly. It'd be cool if you like, you know, like an idea would be to like hit that wall, get transported to like a plane, and then you drop out of the plane using the elevator system. Now that would be pretty cool, but I don't think we're gonna go through all that. But I mean, for right now though, we're doing really good. I think we named a lot of cool stuff. Right here we had a poly tree, so I deleted that. But yeah, this is the lobby, guys. I mean, let me know what y'all are thinking in the comments for sure. Tell me if you guys think this looks good. I mean, like I said, I think it looks pretty darn good. Obviously that wheel just fell apart right there. We'll have to fix that, make sure it's anchored together. But other than that, guys, this is a heck of a good start for us. I'm liking it a lot. Like I said, I think I'm going to go more towards that route where you just walk onto the pad and it just locks you in and then sends you on over, though. So with that being said, I'm going to, you know, just kind of figure out how to set up this teleportation system, and then we could kind of just transform it into our own system, maybe on day 22 or something like that. But I just want to finish up gnome code system here. We could, you know, add this in at some point just to, you know, test this out. I'm gonna bring the elevator on over to this world, because like once again, this is the World War II like actual lobby now, so this is in the game. I have to go back to the elevator lobby, which is, no, this is the actual game, so we're obviously not going there. And you guys can see we added the new place, but the elevator test area is this place here. So once again, we got all this new code that we just set up in today's video, but we're probably gonna have to, you know, just straight up remove this because we don't need it. There's no point, right? There's literally no point in having that. We could just kind of get rid of it, and you know, we're gonna be okay, because we don't really need to have an elevator in a World War II battlefield zone. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's like a little base camp, you know, type thing, we don't really need elevators. I don't think they really fit the vibe of a World War tower defense game. So my plan is to most likely just kind of switch up this whole entire system. Not necessarily this code, because this code is going to be useful for us, but the whole system itself with his elevator, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm really not. Like, I think that, you know, for his game, it might work, but for my game, I just don't think it's going to fit the vibe how I necessarily want it. So hopefully you guys understand that. And, you know, I think we're going to be doing this the right way, hopefully. But it's going to take a lot of actually setting up. And for the meantime, I am, like I said, literally just going to grab this whole entire elevator, which is, if I could click things correctly here. So this screen GUI is part of, I believe that, so the exit button we have, and then this right here, I don't even know what this is, but we're probably gonna have to move it over, and I'm gonna follow his tutorial now, because like he, you know, just set up his lobby. So we'll go with that. We'll bring this on over, all this cool stuff, and then as to where I actually put this, we are going to go back in here real quick, and I'm just trying to think right now, guys. I'm trying to think and where to actually set up this elevator, because I really don't know, boys. I really don't know where we're going to add an elevator into this map, especially because of just the way it looks. Like, the only thing I could think is to set it up so that way we go to the tunnel and then there's the elevator there, or we would just have the elevator right here. But once again, see, that's not going to look good. So I don't know, boys. I'm confused. I don't know what to do yet. I'm gonna go along with y'all. Hopefully, you guys maybe have some cool ideas, but we're gonna figure it out together in this episode. Let's do it. We only got like 20 minutes of Gnome Code's video left, so we're gonna figure it out. We got this. Alrighty, boys. No joke. It is 6:06 a.m. We have been doing this for hours, but we have the lobby all squared away. As you can see, the same old lobby, maybe a couple different changes that kind of raised the roof on this a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty much the same lobby. I had to do a couple adjustments with a few parts and whatnot and delete a couple ones, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. And if you go in here and check my lobby, everything is now pretty neatly organized. All the boxes, the armory table, because like every single part on here is individual, and literally he did it so like every single part is individual, like literally like the receiver, the stock, the trigger, everything is individual, so that was a pain, but we got it all done. The AA guns done, they're all grouped together. The wood huts, they're done, they're grouped. Shooting range, all the shooting range stuff, the targets, the sandbags, pretty much everything in there is done. We have the NPC pads grouped up, they're together, done. Weapon racks in here, they're grouped up, done. Sandbags in general, all the sandbags in the map currently, they're grouped up. Pallets, same thing. And the Jeeps, I only have, I think, one besides this one that is on there, I think, right now at the moment, the broken Jeep. But then, of course, this one over here, we could just drag that one in, and boom, we have more Jeeps. Landscape, that's pretty much everything that you guys could see. That is not the, you know, individual items we went over. So it's all grouped up, and it's all done now, so I don't have to worry about that. That was a huge disaster, guys, that we luckily have solved. Next up is going to be adding in this elevator system, but I don't think we're really going to add in the elevator system, guys. I'm going to set it up, I'm going to follow along, but once again, I'm switching it over instantly, just like a simple little pad that you're going to walk into. It's going to be the same thing, kind of like a little box that you get trapped into, and then if you want to exit, you'll have the exit button as an option. But other than that, we're just going to go nice and simple, and I could go ahead and maybe set up like 3 different map areas just right here. If I kind of like move these pallets over a little bit, you know, we could kind of have like a little bit of a visual, you know, type thing going on here where, even still though, this is my problem with this lobby right now. It's just too small, unfortunately, but it's going to work for us, at least for now. Like I said, we could just have maybe like, you know, a 2-player mode and then a 4-player mode, up to 4-player mode or something like that. But, yeah, I mean, you know, we could have like the boot camp map, Arden's Forest map, and then North Africa over here. Or even, like I said, we could even mix it up, put some over here. Like, we have different corners for a reason. But, man, this lobby is way too overcomplicated. There's just too many parts that I think are unnecessary. And it might even make the lobby, like, unoptimized. Like, they're probably, you know, for, like I said, this was just out of the kindness of a fan's heart, he built us this. So, shout out to him. Very epic. But we're probably going to be moving on from this little lobby, you know, as soon as possible for just the fact of how many little individual parts there are. Just, like, all these, he put, like, little borders upon the whole map so, like, you know, people can't escape, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but like, why is there 2 for the same thing? Like, why is this border, why do we not just raise that up to here? You know, I just don't understand really the logic with that. And it's just probably going to make the game, just because of adding so many more parts. There's 2 that should have only been 1. I don't understand, guys. I really am a little lost, but it's fine. He built it while he was 6, so shout out to Jeff again. But, you know, we'll use it in the start, and then if we want to move on, we'll, you know, try to get like maybe a little bit of like a bigger lobby down and stuff like that. So that way we could have more, right now we only have 3 maps, but in the future we're going to have plenty of maps and plenty of like missions and stuff like that. So we really got to expand as quick as possible. And, we'll do that. But for now, this is going to work just fine. We could also have like one of the map, maybe, start locations maybe here. That could be the boot camp. Then over here and over here, maybe we could have the other ones. And then like this is going to be like, maybe the Suns area. Who knows? I don't really know yet. We're going to find out together, guys. It's going to be, one day at a time. We're going to be adding this up and making it all work. So, yeah, I mean, now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go to sleep. But tomorrow when I wake up in the morning, we're going to go ahead and try to configure, get this lobby elevator system on over here. And then, like I said, I'm just going to completely ditch the idea of the elevator because I just don't see that really being a good thing for us. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that makes any sense, guys. I mean, it truly doesn't. There's just no point in having that. So, with that being said, maybe for right now, I'll set this up so you walk into this, teleport to you, maybe just like a little box or something, and then you drop down and you're going into battle. So, I think that's what we'll do. But, still, I have to decide. I would love to honestly just kind of have it for right now, where you kind of like, you drop, you go into this and it takes you up to like an airplane, and then, it'll do the little elevator drop down thing. That would be kind of sick. I'm not going to lie. That would be pretty neat, but, I don't know how we're going to do that. I would probably honestly put it like under the map or something like that, like down here maybe. And then, because you would just be in the airplane and you wouldn't even know. But I don't know. I think that would still be a pretty neat idea. I just don't know, like, we need a big World War II plane. I'm just curious to see what they look like. But I'm talking like a B-52 bomber, I think they're called, or something neat like that, because most of these planes that were in World War II are kind of just these little planes. But no. We need something big. And that's honestly the only way that this would really work. So, yeah, maybe this is AI World War II. No, like I said, guys, we're not even going to take one of these. We just kind of need that custom built. But that would be pretty neat, though. Don't get me wrong. That would definitely be pretty neat. Same thing could be done as like, it doesn't really make much sense, which I want my game to be kind of like historically accurate. But like if we had like an aircraft carrier, then like we could have like little boats that like kind of get dropped down as like another way to queue up into games. But once again, those are things that just kind of won't really make sense at the moment for us right now. But that is good ideas. Maybe we could use it in the future or something like that. Same thing for like the Jeeps. You could even have the Jeeps where like you walk into this and then you go into a little area that's just all Jeeps that are ready to go to different battle zones. That would be sick too. That would be so sick, guys. But we are, just a single man doing this. So outside of Jeff helping us with the lobby, of course. But other than that, we got to figure that all out as we go on and on and on. But like I said, right now, my brain is not braining and I'm going to go to sleep. So I'm just happy that we got this all done. The only problem is right now, there was a little bit of a bug with this little area right here. You'll see that little piece of grass. I don't know why. There's a little piece of grass right there. So I kind of moved the AA gun over here and just covered it up for right now. Little Band-Aid fix till Jeff can take a look at that. But other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow when I wake up. So everyone, if you're watching late at night, have a good night. And I'll meet y'all all back here in the morning. Wait, 1 second though. 1 second before I go. And, I'll be back in the morning. But, it's going to be a cut for you guys. It's going to be 2 seconds. But for me, it's going to be a whole night. But anyways, I did one other thing actually in my mob script here. I changed up this function here. This right here I added. We added delay to the destruction because you're getting some errors every once in a while in the system. So we added that. And then in our health, we kind of did a similar thing with the GUI here. I forget where maybe this task wait. We might have added that. Or no. We added this. So if not model or not GUI, then return. So it just kind of ended the whole thing. It just won't even update the health. So we won't get that error. And then same thing I think we did for here too. You guys will see. It'll give you these warnings instead of errors. So we just set that up just so that way, because if you guys saw it, and once again, that's only going to happen when you probably max out and get like super OP units, but for, beginners and stuff like that, it's never going to happen. But just as a fail safe, we have that set up now. So let me just save all this. And boys, we are going to go to sleep with all that being done now. I think that we made a ton of progress today, but the day is not over yet. I'm going to wake up in the morning and we're still going to continue this episode because we're not finished yet. So I'll see you guys in the morning when I wake up. Alrighty, boys. So listen, it's the next day here. I got my elevator. We're going to paste it on into the lobby and hopefully we can find that. Looks like it's all the way on over there, which isn't too big of a deal. But we're going to move this all the way. Oops, not that far. We're just going to bring this over here. And once again, guys, this is just going to be the system for like today. All right, like we're probably not going to keep this forever. But what I was thinking is pretty simple here. So what we're going to do is I'm just gonna move some things around, like this tunnel system right here. I'm just gonna move that. You know, that's fine to have. We could just kind of put that over there. Like, that's cool. I mean, it's something, just a little bit decoration, but we're not gonna keep that there forever, trust me, guys. But what I do want to do is actually grab this whole entire mountain, and we are just gonna go ahead and probably move it on up. Now, this elevator, though, we got to be very careful with this and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. So I'm just going to move that up real quick for right now, just because we're going to want to copy this whole entire mountain system, like I said. And just for right now, we're going to move this thing back a little bit, all right? And trust me, just, you know, hang in there for a second or two, all right? Now we're going to go ahead and move our elevator down to the bottom. And like I said, just like I said, for right now, this is not going to be like the end game build or, you know, anything like that. It's just a system for right now, because in the future I may not want it like this actually at all. So for right now, it's just gonna have to, you know, be what it is. But anyways, I don't really even, I'm having trouble even just looking at this thing. It's kind of hard to see. So like, I feel like all the actual box parts and stuff, I'm just gonna make these kind of like 0.5 right now, visibility wise, so that way I could actually see what in the world is going on here, boys, because it's a little bit difficult to actually see. But now that I got that done, we could go ahead and we could actually just move this down. So remember that little platform, this platform here, this is what's gonna have to be on the ground technically. And now, see, the big problem with this map is the way that it's built, in the sense of like this dirt here. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to move the dirt, guys. That is my problem. I don't understand really how my boy made this like work. So for like right now, like, see like what I'm talking about here, like that, when I move that, that's moving the grass for some reason. Now the dirt, on the other hand, is actually what I grabbed just now. So if I go ahead and I drag that down, maybe it'll work. All right, yeah, it looked like it did work there. Okay, cool. So now that we have that moved, we can maybe drag it a little bit more this way though, because we don't want it you know, too far out, right? So we want it about there. Okay, that's perfect. And then we got to go ahead and like get a hole into this you know, grass or whatever, because obviously that is not how it's gonna have to be, right? So let's just drag that like that for right now, and we'll actually drag it just to there, the edge, and then we could copy this and straight up duplicate it. But this time, instead of having it like it is right now, we can maybe just turn it. And obviously, we're going to have to scale this thing down majorly. So I can't even see the blue area there. But there we go. Looks like we got it. It's just still being scaled a little bit more. Not perfect quite yet, as you guys can see here. Something's wrong with like... There's a lot wrong with this build. I'm going to tell you guys right now. But we're working with it for our boy. You know, I told him we would use it for now at least. I'm going to use it. All right, so with that being said, we got the scale corrected now, so that's good. Now we just need to actually set this up properly. So I just want to make sure everything is like the same, not necessarily the same length. I just want to make sure that it is in the same area. That's my biggest concern here. Now, like all that, I don't know why it's like not scaling the right way. You guys see what I'm saying here? I don't know why it's doing that. It's not scaling the like a normal way, I feel like. Is it because I actually have... Oh, I duplicated everything. That's probably why. Maybe if I go... Okay, yeah, now it's working because I got the part now. Okay. I was wondering what the heck was going on there, but we got it now. All right, so let's make sure that this is pretty much perfect, like right next to each other. It doesn't have to be perfect because, like, once again, people aren't probably going to ever see this because it's so far out of the map. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're not going to be using this lobby probably forever, so it's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I still want it to look good, of course. But, you know, just got to go down maybe a little teeny tiny bit. There we go. And just over slightly. All right, whatever. That's good enough, right? So now we'll just kind of position it back there, and then we're going to scale it all the way across, which shouldn't be too difficult. So we're just going to go all the way back to this mountain area, which like is like right here. So go like that. Cool. And collisions are off, so there shouldn't even be much of a problem at all. But yeah, so that's looking good for now. And then I guess what we're going to have to do is, once again, straight up duplicate this and pretty much just move it over this way now to that end, which I'm just going to eyeball it like that. Now, only thing is this time we're going to have to go like that. And then now we got that little space, so that's good. Just gonna duplicate this one more time now. Hopefully that worked. And then, yep, it did. So we're gonna drag this area in to about there. And then this time it's just gonna go across just like that and backwards. Boom. There we go, boys. Now I think we are all squared away, except a little bit right here needs to be just dragged to the left a little bit. There we go. And then this mountain, make it maybe drag that down slightly. Not, you know, not the biggest deal there. Or just make it a little bit bigger. Boom. All right, cool. Now this elevator. Oh, and this piece right here. Whatever the heck this piece is. Is that the grass? Is this that darn grass that's going to give me a big problem here? I think it is, guys. Let me see what I could do with this, if anything. Like, I don't know what that is right now. So let's just drag it up. Oh, no. It's that whole entire annoying section there. So that's going to be a problem, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't it be a problem, right, guys? So maybe what we could do instead is we could get this dirt, once again, and actually scale this out like that and just kind of cover that area. Just a little bit more so. Come on now. And once again, guys, you know, I just want to make this clear and get this, you know, keep telling y'all, this is not going to be permanent, okay? I am not a fan of this system at all. So we are going to work with it, though, for now. For now, we are just going to work with it. We're going to go with it and make it happen, all right? But we're going to move that back slightly. We could even make these mountains a little bit bigger, going back like this way. Same thing for the grass there. Kind of just drag it back. And then same thing for this one. Drag it back. And then the grass up top, drag it back. Not a big deal at all. And then now, hopefully, we can set this elevator up in a proper way and in the proper position so that this all is going to work perfectly, right? So let's just try to make sure that that is perfectly on the ground. We got to get that platform kind of out here, a little bit more, and almost perfect. There we go. Okay, now the big question is going to be if this actually works. So there was also one more problem here. I remember there being like two invisible barricades there. So real quick, guys, let's just hop into the game. It looks like it just spawned on top of the map right there. I don't know why. I got to move the spawn system down. But it looks like here's the elevator. I'm not sure what happened to a few of the parts. It looks like they kind of fell apart. So we're just going to have to go in and anchor those. But on the bright side, we have the elevator working right here. So that's good. Now we just have to, of course, bring over the scripts because I don't have the scripts right now. As you guys probably could, you know, see here. The scripts are not in here just quite yet. So everything's anchored now. I think it's all supposed to be anchored. At least I hope so. But luckily, like I was saying before, we have made this on the other server like yesterday or whenever I was doing it. So all these other scripts and whatnot, like the client script and the other stuff, they should be somewhere easy to find. So stutter GUI, screen GUI, it's right here. So we're going to copy that and we're going to paste that on over in our lobby. So stutter GUI right here, paste into screen GUI. Boom, there it is, guys. We at least have the exit button set up. And then of course, we had one other thing, I believe, right? So that would be in replicated storage. We had both of these little events, remote events, I believe they're called, right? I think so. So replicated storage, we're going to get those into the actual lobby now. So replicated storage, paste into, boom. That's done. Oops, not that though. We don't want that in there. Oops, sorry about that. Starter GUI should be in there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's good again. Sorry about that. Put that in the wrong area there. But now we chilling. And then also this elevator, I'm just going to keep it separate from the lobby right now because once again, we're probably going to end up deleting that. But anyways, we should have one more thing that we're looking for here. I don't know exactly where it's going to be. It might be this, the elevator script. Okay, the elevator server script is already in the elevator, so I don't even have to touch that. And then we got the client script. I think we have everything, guys. I think that's literally everything that we needed to add to the game. So let's just close out of that one. And then let's, you know, start this up and let's just see if this works. Now, of course, we're not going to teleport because that's just not how the game is set up, right? Okay, first things first, though. That's good. That's fine the way that is. I just have to move the camera a little bit. And because I don't like the way that looks right now. So it just looks a little bit goofy if you ask me. And also, I think that this whole thing could be a little bit taller. Now, obviously, this is going to be just you know, kind of blocked off here and whatever. But just trying to think, think. I just don't like how it's. Once again, I don't like this at all. I hate this elevator. I really hate the elevator. It's just for finishing Gnome Code's video and getting this episode over with, so that way we could eventually just transform it into simple little teleport pads. But for right now, we're gonna work with it. Now, the one thing I do want to just fix slightly for right now, and just so it doesn't make me angry, is that camera. That camera is just not centered properly. So now it is. That's much better, guys. And then now we just have this stupid, you know, board here. Once again, not a fan of that at all. But oops, I'm actually moving some sort of invisible wall right now. That's not what I'm trying to be doing. Sorry about that. Again, my bad. Wrong thing to be trying to move right there. We're trying to move this little goofy screen looking guy. So let's move him to the front like that. And yeah, that's much better. Well, not really, but it's better for me. So surface, I guess, can I even like hide that? Like, oh man, that is ugly. I don't know why it's got to be visible like that. I'm a little confused on that. I don't know why it's just not like a pop-up type thing. But hey man, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Honestly, what I could do is I could kind of just well, once again, I don't know. This whole thing doesn't look good in my opinion. I don't like the way it looks at all. But what happens if I just make that one? Does it make the whole part go away? Oh, it does make the whole part go away. So then that stuff just left over. Okay, if that stuff's just left over, then what I could do is like the title here, like the background. I don't know why he wanted it like that weird cyan color, which I like the color cyan, but I just, yeah, that, okay, yeah, now we're on to something, guys. Let's get rid of the backgrounds here. And also now we're just gonna have to make this screen slightly smaller. There we go. And there we go. Waiting for players to, okay. That's much better, guys, much better. And I think that we could definitely work with this. Okay, cool. Now, once again, not truly my proudest work here, but it's gonna, you know, do the trick for us for at least today. And that's what matters. That's what matters. It's the only thing that matters right now to me. I just want to make sure that this is all working and all squared away. Ideally, it would be kind of neat if I could get like a nice little Jeep back there too or something, but I don't even care about that, honestly. It's fine. This is just a temporary, you know, little play area, I guess. So that's all good, though. We got it. I should probably get like a little play like sign up here or something, but I still can't even be bothered to do that because I know I'm just going to end up changing this because I hate this already. But that's going to be good for us. Let's just try it out, make sure everything's all working. Oh, real quick, though, I'm going to fix that spawn pad being up in the sky like that. That will also drive me absolutely insane. So we'll get that down on the ground like that. Okay, let's try that again now. All right, now we spawn on the ground, guys. So cool. We got the elevator right here, and we can run up to it and actually start up. And let's just see if it goes down. It might not. I have no idea. We're going to find out together here, and we're going to see what happens. I'm curious. Is it going to actually work? So it says teleporting, but it's not moving down. It might be because that part's anchored. It's probably because that part is actually anchored. The platform, I'm guessing, is probably not supposed to be anchored. See, the problem is I'm doing this a day later when I don't remember exactly what the, you know, requirements are supposed to be. Can collide should probably be on, so that way we could actually step on it and get transported downwards. But I don't even know why I care right now because, like I was saying, this isn't going to be like this forever. Looks like I'm going to have to make the mountains go straight down, so that way you can't see that background, though. Just for today, just so, you know, it looks decent enough, right? But, okay, yeah, we're going down. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so with that being said, we're going to do this one more thing. We're going to just go to the mountains here. Click the mountain, platform, whatever, scale it. Let's see, make sure the right thing is clicked. But we're going to scale it down. Same thing for this one, scale it down. And then this one right here also, oops, scale it down even more. And yeah, that's looking good now, guys. So that way, when you're actually looking at it now, you're not going to see all that stuff. All right, cool. Perfect, 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 boys. So now let's just jump in and we can run up to it and see if it's all good. I don't know. I guess that wall right there needs to kind of just be moved to the left a little bit. And that's about it. But other than that, I think that the elevator is in a, you know, decent enough spot for testing purposes here, other than this wall being needed to be just moved slightly to the left. Just like, let's see. Right there? Is that good? Okay, yeah, now I think we're good. Cool. All right, done. We're done, guys. We got it. That's all set up. And like I said, I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. But it's going to be what we got for right now. Okay? This whole area, eventually, we're just going to move this back over. And we're going to move that wall back over here. And then have little play areas, kind of probably like with these things, the pallets and stuff like that, just over the map. And you just go step on it or whatever to lock you in. And a similar system. Just, it's not going to be an elevator. We don't need an elevator. Who cares about an elevator, right, guys? Nobody. I don't think any of you guys care about an elevator. So I'm not too concerned about this whole thing. Just for right now, it's what we got. All right, so just hang in there with me right now, guys. Trust me, you don't have to comment that it looks terrible because I know it does. But it's good for right now. We got this all set up. Boom, done. And yeah, so now I'm going to finish up the episode, set up the actual teleportation system. And then this episode will be a wrap. It's been a long one. All right, boys, we're running into another just stupid system on Roblox right now. So stupid. I don't understand who thought of this. But changing your starting place is so complicated, at least in the videos I'm looking up and even just like typing it in on Google and asking it how to do it. You have to go through this whole entire like egg hunt on just figuring this out. It makes no sense. I don't know what they were thinking, but essentially you have to like overwrite your main place. So I'm like kind of scared right now that I'm going to overwrite my main arena, which would be a complete disaster. We would lose everything, but I don't think I did, but we're going to have to right now because so what I did right now is I have the arena, right? The original, like where we started everything, literally where we did everything, right? So we have that. I made a new like place and I just called that new arena. And this should contain all the old stuff we already did. So just to kind of double check and show you guys, this is it right here. You know, it says new arena and this is what we have. So if I click play, it plays, you know, we do the same stuff. It's all here. It all seems to be working. I already tested it. It's good. So let's just stop that. Don't need to do anything else with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, minus that out right now. But now we got the World War II Tower Defense lobby. So I got to basically, I'm just going to do it to do it. I'm going to, you know, click publish as to Roblox as. We're going to go into Crazy Club Studios in here and World War II Tower Defense. So we could add it as a new place, which I don't want to do. So we want to basically overwrite another place. So the test lobby, I'm going to go in here and overwrite the test lobby. I guess just to see, I don't even think I need it. I don't even think I need it, guys. What we need to do is we need to go in here and overwrite the original arena, which would be the World War II Tower Defense arena. This is actually what we need to do right here. We overwrite this. And then this should become the starting place of the game. So as soon as I open up the game, we should go into the actual lobby. And then I would have to go into the new arena and open that up as we go. So pray for me that when I click this button, guys, we don't lose everything. You ready? 3, 2, 1. World War II Tower Defense Arena. Yep. And the new arena is already good. Here we go. Update in progress. We're overwriting it. It's being overwritten. And done. All right. So you may find this place in Tower Defense Arena. All right, so let's open up the Tower Defense Arena. And now that should be the lobby. Come on, please, 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 please be the lobby. Okay, it looks like it's the lobby, guys. It looks like it's the lobby. Looks like we're good. Now we're going to have to go in here. Game settings, change this to lobby. Just like that. Save. And I guess like all these other places, I didn't even need to add this new arena. There was no reason to do that. But this one here. Oh, God, wait. Why are these like not changed yet? Save to Roblox. Let me just save to Roblox real quick. So no changes were made. Do I have to maybe close that out? Open it back up maybe? Oh boy. This is what I'm saying, guys. It still says Tower Defense Arena here. Why does it still say Tower Defense Arena? We got to get that changed. I'm scared to just like close. I'm just going to close this out. Literally, just going to close. Let's just start closing stuff, guys. Save and close. Save and close. Because I'm scared right now. I'm not going to lie. Okay, here we are on our creator page, right? Now we got like 4 different places and whatnot. This one right here, this test lobby, I am literally going to delete. Remove from experience. We don't need that one. Test lobby, there's nothing there. Now, the new arena, that's the important one. The Tower Defense lobby is obviously the one that we just switched up. Now, this one here, this is the one we have to open up. And this should take us to the lobby. At least, like I said, everyone pray for me that this takes us to the lobby. Okay, it does. Oh, God. Thank God. This is so scary. All right, so now that we're in here and we go to the new arena and open that up, it should open us up to our actual game. Let's see. And it does. Okay, cool. So with that being said, we need to publish to Roblox as, and then go back in here maybe, and then like into here. And then, I don't know. We just need to change the name. That's the problem right now. The name is not what it needs to be. So instead of even doing that, I don't even think I need to do that. We just need to rename this. So it's right now all that stuff. World War TD Lobby. Okay. And then this one here, rename World War II TD Arena. Boom. And then this one could just be, you know, World War II TD Test Lobby. I guess you can just have it a little test lobby. It doesn't really matter. I could do the same thing for the arena, which I should do actually. And maybe I could even do that right now. But, you know, we'll add a new place. So we'll call this one rename to World War II TD Test and then Arena. That's just, once again, so we have, you know, just a place to kind of go in, and if we want to make some changes and try stuff out, we could do that within the game, and it just helps everything out. So anyways, we are in the World War II TD Arena right now, so publish to Roblox as, go in here, and then we could overwrite that new test arena place right here, World War II TD Test Arena. So overwrite, and this should be completely okay to do. We shouldn't run into any issues by doing that. All right, and then, you know, if we go into that test arena, it should just open up what we were in right now. Let's see, any second now, and boom, yep, it does. Okay, cool, and then we should have all of our old scripts and stuff like that in here, and ready for us to get back to working on. So we do. All right, that's really dumb. I don't know why they don't just like, okay, come on, smart people, unless I'm dumb and can't find it. So you see how this says, you know, that right now? Hopefully if I refresh that, that'll go away. And okay, yeah, see, I fixed it. Start place, right? Why can I not? And if you could correct me, I'm totally okay to being corrected. But to me, this is ridiculous. This is the stupidest thing ever. Why can I not just click these three dots and change start place? Right? Isn't that so easy? Like, come on. Roblox, you gotta fix that. That is just dumb. Create a place, okay, that's obviously that's not even what I want, but like add a place, like, I don't know. To me, that's just really stupid. Like really, really, really stupid. So I hope that someday they end up fixing that, because I'm lost for words on that one, boys. I'm lost for words. But anyways, we're back to work here. We're good now. So the lobbies where you're gonna initially spawn into, and then we got the World War II, you know, TD Arena. So that's where you actually are gonna be playing the game. But in the future, we are probably going to have several places for several maps. Keep that in mind, all right? That's actually a big deal, because, you know, that's actually going to be a huge thing that we got to work on doing. So maybe we could just have one arena, and then you just load in the map, the one that you, like, the pad you step on. But I don't even think it would work like that. I think it'd be easier to just have multiple places, honestly. Who cares if we have 30 places? As long as they all go to a new map, then we're good. It all works. So I think that's smart now, and we set it up properly. I got actual Roblox open right now, so I should probably close that. Some other monitor right now. I think I was playing TTD earlier. I was in an endless mode match, and I probably got all my boosts taken away now that I took too long with that. But oh well, not a big deal. What is good is we got all of this squared away now, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close everything out, open it back up, and then go from there. So let's get to it, boys. Quick update, guys. Check this out. We are in the full screen version of the game, because we're actually in the game right now. Low-key, we are in the game. Teleport system completely working, at least for like the basics of it. We actually ended up using some documentation from Roblox, so if you guys were to need it, in, you know, not follow along my video or whatever, you just look up, let me go to the top here, see what I typed in, teleporting between places, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, and then we use the safe teleport module script, and that's what we got here. That way it just helps in case like there's some errors with the teleporting or whatever, but that'll, you know, solve all those problems for us and make everything good. Now the last thing we got to do is, when the game's over, we got that exit, you know, button, basically the end screen. If we lose or win, well, we got to have a way to get back to the lobby, right? So I believe that Gnome Code's gonna explain to us how to do that now. Probably very simple. Probably just do the same teleport like async setup and just have the ID go back to the actual lobby ID. So probably not too complicated, and definitely something that I am probably going to be able to use to actually set up the system for when we just set up a pad to teleport on over to you know, an actual place here. Honestly, it doesn't seem very hard at all. So I think we can go ahead and you know, wrap this up here. So let's get to it, guys. 12 minutes left in this video, and hopefully not much left of my video, because it's, you know, it's been a long one today, boys, but we're getting it done. So let's do it. All right, boys, we made it to the end of Gnome Code's video number 20, which it seems like it's his last one, but obviously we know now it's not. He made a couple more afterwards, but like at the time he kind of planned on that being the last one. At least it seems that way. But anyways, you know, we're in the lobby, guys. Actually, like full screen, like this actually looks kind of beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm vibing with it for sure. You can definitely feel the I don't know, like the place kind of. But I also noticed that this spawn button is like, you could interact with it, so I'm gonna have to delete that at some point, like just collide to turn them off. Whatever, all good, not a big deal. But everything else is looking good, and we're gonna go ahead and test this out. I set it so I spawn in wave 5, so we should be able to just do a quick game. But the lobby should be working, and then also the button to return back to the lobby after we complete a game should be working, guys. So let's go ahead. We'll try this out real quick, and you know, we'll see what. Oh well, oops, set one big problem here. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. We're gonna have to leave this game really fast because I screwed up and I forgot to turn off the end screen there. My bad. We turned it on to test something before, but we don't need it visible anymore. So there we go. And then we'll publish that to Roblox. And then I don't know if you have to publish and save, but of course I'm gonna do both just in case. Anyways, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and try that one more time. So, oops, we're gonna go back into the game here. So we're loading it up from the studio, and we're gonna see what this looks like. Obviously, I'm gonna get myself a nice little like thumbnail and stuff made too eventually, but I don't even know what I just said. Eventually. Sorry, it's getting late again. What time is it right now? It's 12:08 a.m. again the next day. So we back and we grinding, and I didn't wake up in the morning and continue to work on the game. I actually kind of waited till like midnight to start working on, well, 10 p.m. to start working on the game again. But here we are. We're back and we're doing it again. But let's try this. Like I said, we should spawn in wave 5, hopefully. That'll be good. We'll go to, have we played in North Africa at all? Let's go to North Africa. I feel like we don't really normally go there. So let's try that one out, and we'll go to that map. Boom, we spawned in. Cool, looking good. Let's test out. By the way, I love the way this UI down here looks. I think that looks beautiful. Anyways, let's try this out, guys. We're here to win. So yep, we're on wave 5. Let's just max out our guys right away. We don't want to waste any time here. And we could even get a ship in the water, maybe 2 ships in the water, because why not? Who cares? There we go. And oh no, those guys got by. We gotta take them out. All right, so we'll go ahead, do this, and we won. All right. Once again, it was supposed to be quick because we spawned on wave 5, but we killed them all. That's good. Let's try to exit now. Please work. And is it working? I don't know if it's working yet, guys. Is anything gonna happen, boys? We can still play the game, which is weird. Are we gonna teleport out of here, though? Hello? What happened? Oh, no. I feel like something bad has happened. Let's go back to the arena code and just teleport on exit here. I don't know what happened, boys. I don't know what happened. Something is wrong. Something is very, very, very wrong. And I don't know what it is. We might have to go back and look through the code and see what we need to do, but everything else is working pretty well, which is awesome to see, guys. It's very awesome to see. I just don't know why, you know, this one works, the safe teleport. I think we added safe teleport to the system. At least I thought I did. I maybe didn't, but I seriously thought I did. Honestly, that shouldn't even matter though, but I might have to go back in Gnome Code's video here and just kind of make sure I see what may or may not have went wrong. We also just did something with the teleporting data. I don't think I'm really going to use that at all, but you know, we could definitely see if that's the issue or whatever. However, you know, once again, boys, we got to make sure that this is actually going to teleport us back, right? So, and currently it's not, which is not good, but the main issue is why, right? Like, why is it not teleporting us back? So, number 1, teleport options here. Where do we get that from? Teleport options. What is that from? I feel like I don't see teleport options from, honestly, anything. I don't know what we kind of did that with or used that for. maybe it's back in our lobby somewhere. Maybe, if we're lucky, right? So this is the code we got from the website. Now, the elevator server, this is all the code that I believe we used. Let's see. So, yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere here, guys. I'm not seeing it nowhere. I don't know what I did wrong. I did something wrong, boys. I did something majorly wrong, and I don't know what it is, unfortunately. Oops, I got the assistant up there. We don't need him. But, yeah, boys, I'm not seeing the issue. I'm not seeing the issue here. I'm gonna try this one more time. Let's pull the game up. You know, let's leave. Obviously, the game's over. It's just like I clicked through that screen a little fast there or something. I don't know if I did it too quick or what, or you know, whatever happened, but you know, obviously something didn't work. And we could also check somewhere in here, like, where did I actually use that button? I believe it was this, right? This exit event. Did I type in something wrong? I very well could have, guys. I very well could have here. Not that I think I did, but you know, I must have, right? I must have, clearly, because well, it's not working right now. So that's always a big problem. I could go to Gnome Code's video, of course, look up some more stuff. Maybe okay, I don't know if this is the issue, but I could already see two things. This right here, he just does a lowercase e, and like that. That's probably the whole entire reason that's all screwed up right now. I'll publish it, and then we'll go test it out one more time really quickly here. So let's load up the game. I bet that's why, because it's probably trying to call the folder or something, or the variable's just wrong. So we just got to go in here and try it again, and the button should now actually work. So, well, the event should actually work properly this time. So let's see if we can actually make that happen, because then it's a success. You know, sometimes you just got to go in there and look for the little pieces of code that's just wrong, because one capitalization mistake could cost you a whole hour of you trying to figure out what the heck you did wrong, right? Sucks, but that's just how it goes. Also, this voting for a map, it fails if you don't actually put in a vote, I noticed, so you got to figure that out too. But anyways, here we are in this beautiful map, the Arden's Forest. I'm gonna make the sky once we actually switch up the the way this system works. I'm gonna make it so it's like cloudy and stuff. I found a very, very nice skybox for that. Right now I can't do that, but eventually I will. Looks like I already got an error though with upgrading this guy right here. I don't know why, but I did. Trying to spam the button to actually upgrade him. It did not work. But anyways, we are, you know, at this screen. Exit. And anything? No? Hello? Uh-oh. Well, that's not good, boys. That's not good at all now, is it? I don't know what the heck is going on here, but clearly something is majorly screwed up. Oh, man. Not cool, boys. Not cool at all. What did your boy mess up? That's the $1,000,000 question here, guys. That's the $1,000,000 question. And it's going to be so complicated, once again, to figure this out and see what I actually screwed up because of, you know, just how it all works. So I'm surely gonna try, though. I'll tell you that. You know, we don't give up out here, so I'm gonna figure this out, see what the heck I did wrong, and correct my mistakes. All right. So we go in this server. We added a new script to teleport on exit. I don't know why this teleport on exit isn't working. You know, it should be. Everything is literally the same as he set it up, so it's confuses me greatly, I'll tell you that, guys. But all this stuff up here is the exact same. Replicated storage, server script service, teleport service. Maybe there's like an error in game real quick. How do I open that up? Is it F10, F9? Oh, here we are. Okay. So something with the animations, GUI, something with the size. I don't, it's something with his scripts, guys, and like killing these enemies too quick or something. It causes a lot of these problems, but I don't even know why the humanoid root part is not a valid member of model. That wouldn't work, but that's weird. So all these are just issues with the game. Now maybe server. Let's see. Coins is not. Oh, Coins is not a valid player. So okay, I just got to get rid of that whole setup because we're not even gonna be using this in the future anyway. So all this right here, let's just get rid of all that. We don't need it, and we'll publish that right now. And then same thing in the actual lobby. Let's just get rid of this because once again, guys, I don't think we're actually going to be using any of this stuff. So I could just kind of, you know, I don't even know if this is actually even needed at all. But I'll keep it there for right now. We'll test it out. That way I don't even have to do anything else. Let me just leave the game real quick here. So leave, boom, and we'll figure out these other bugs later on. I'm not too worried about it. Well, you know, with the help of AI and stuff, hopefully we could just kind of knock that out. And if I can't, then, you know, we'll call in backup for help. Of course, I know some people that know how to, you know, do this stuff too. Maybe they could help me out. Hopefully they could. But, you know, those are minor bugs. Not too concerned about it right now because mostly everything else is working. But, you know, we'll definitely go in there and make sure that all that stuff is, of course, fixed for the actual game, hopefully, okay? But let's go to the boot camp this time. Once again, should be spawning on wave 5. And this time, it should be the money time. We should be able to actually teleport to the lobby after we win. So let's make sure that happens. So let's upgrade these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. It's upgraded all the way. See, I don't know. Like, it works sometimes. And other times, it just gives me issues. See, like, right there, it just bugged. I don't know why, but he just bugged out. And now I can't upgrade him, which is super weird, guys. Like, I don't know what happens, but who knows, man? Who knows? We'll have to, you know, make sure we figure that out. Anyways, here we are. Exit. Come on, work. Boom, it's working. And we're back. Yo, we're back, guys. We did it. We have officially done it, boys. We have officially done it. No errors or anything in here, so that's great. I actually have a command line in here. That's pretty neat. But anyways, yeah, it all works. I just don't know why that the PPSH guy is kind of bugging out on me like that. Let me try one more time here before we wrap up this episode. But yeah, let me just check out the leave function too, or feature. It looks like I'm teleporting into the ground slightly, so we'll have to fix that too. But remember, we're not going to be using this system anyways, so that's all okay with me. Let's just make sure that this is good. And then we are on out of here, boys. We are going to be on out of here. So there we go. Going down. We're teleporting. Got to get that nice little, you know, thumbnail done, whatever. But let's go to North Africa this time. And let's see what happens. Here we are. All right. So we're in the game. Let's get down this PPSH guy. Put him right there. You know, we'll try to upgrade him. It seems like when he's, like, shooting, that's the problem, right? So he's shooting right now and then I upgrade. Okay, no, that worked. That's fine. Upgrade again. And it bugs. Why does it bug out right there? That's the question. The $1 million question. Players attempt to index nil with size. It's something to do with his little range circle, I think. And then the humanoid root part is not a valid member of model workspace at towers.ppsh. Like, that's a lie. That's a major lie. And these help that set up missing header humanoid in workspace. That was something we added with the UI to prevent the errors from that. But this right here is something I have no idea on why it's happening. I don't know why that the range circle is the thing that's actually bugging us out here. It's a $1 million question. Couldn't tell you. But, you know, obviously if I actually go into the game here, the arena, right? And I look into my PPSH guy, I'm sure, you know, surely he's fine. You know, I've upgraded him to level 5 even just before I did. So once again, I don't know you know, what his issue is here, right? The humanoid, like right there it is. But I don't know, man. That's weird. That's a weird bug. Anyways, not worried about that right now. I'll ask AI for some help on that. It's no big deal. We're gonna be okay. It's not a valid member of, yeah. It's like it upgrades too quick or something. I'm so confused by that. That's one of those things that, you know, you probably have to ask someone that knows what they're doing, right? But anyways, to exit out, click the button, and we're back in the lobby, boys. All right, well, we have made some incredible progress today. This teleportation system is very simple. It's a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Oh, my God. Not too bad at all. We could definitely make, you know, make that work. Obviously, I'm a little bit more concerned with, you know, like the matchmaking, honestly. Yeah, that's easy. I mean, people are just going to be in this lobby and then they'll teleport together. If they want to play solo, they play solo. And then we'll set up a group system in the future. But, you know, then next thing I probably should start doing is setting up individual pads like this. And then people, you know, hop onto it, hop in the little, like, you know, queue area, right? And then they queue up into the match and then they get going. So, yeah, I mean, pretty good, pretty simple. We'll just have to do that similar system with the camera, like, you know, boxing you in like that. And then just a little duplication with that. And boom, we are all golden, guys. So, what a great day. That's a good start to the system there. You know, we pretty much have a fully functional game outside a few bugs, you know, here and there that we definitely have to fix. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Long episode today, I know. But, you know, like I said, boys, thank you for watching. Day 21 is a success, mostly outside of those few errors with our PPSH guys. I don't know why that's happening, but we'll figure it out. Thank you for watching, though, and I will see y'all in the next one. Adios.